In this video, I'm going to be ranking the top 10 best dark matter cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. Let me know in the comment section down below how many dark matters do you guys currently have on your squad, and let me know which dark matter you guys think is the best in the game, and let me know what you guys would change about my top 10 as well. But coming in at the number 10 spot for the 10th best dark matter in my team right now, I'm going with the dark matter Luka Doncic. I think he's an amazing point guard, shooting guard, being 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan. Luka's still going to be one of the better offensive cards in the game. Yes, he might struggle a little bit on defense compared to like the Ben Simmonses and the Jokic's of the world, who are a little bit taller, but I think he's got enough size where he can hold his own and be a solid defender. And then offensively, you're getting one of the best, if not the best, offensive point guard in the game with the KPJ base and the Rudy Gay upper. On very quick timing is such a quick jump shot, number one, and number two, I feel like is very easy to time once you do get used to it. And then he's also got the Trey Sigs, so he's got the Trey size up, he's got the Trey escape, which are some of the best dribble sigs in the game. He's also got the Trey fade, he's got the quick drops off one, he's got the front clutches. Tendencies wise, not going to be great for Luka, but all around one of the best offensive cards in my team. I got him in at number 10. At the number 9 spot is going to be dark matter KG. The reason why I have him a little bit over Luka is just because he can play shooting guard and small forward and still be super elite at both of those positions, compared to a card like Luka only can really play that point guard position. But yeah, KG 6'11" at small forward, 7'2" wingspan. I think he's probably the second best small forward in the game, a little bit over cards like AK, Bill Russell, Dave Cowens, who I did kind of consider for this top 10, but I think KG is slightly better just because of the defense he does provide, having a 98 block, 95 steal, 95 perimeter, 98 interior defense, kind of the complete opposite compared to Luka. KG's here for his defense, his size, his wingspan. His offense is not terrible, like he can still score the ball, knock down a wide open three, create some space if he needs to, but then, Luka Doncic is kind of the opposite, where he's just here for offense and he can hold his own on defense, where KG is the opposite of that. An amazing defender, one of the best in the game, and still can, hold his own on the offensive end and be all around a great dark matter card in the game. But at the number 8 spot, I'm gonna go dark matter T-Mac. I do have Terry Dishinger at number 7. That one can really be flip-flopped. If you want to go T-Mac at 7 and Terry at 8, perfectly fine to do in my opinion. I just prefer Terry Dishinger slightly more than T-Mac, but both these cards are going to be elite at the shooting guard position. I mean, T-Mac is 6'8" at the 2, 7'2" wingspan, so he's got that size, that player model. And then we know Tracy McGrady's going to have pretty much perfect stats and badges. Could use a little bit to like the interior defense, a little bit to the block, but really not going to matter that much. He could use a couple more defensive badges and overall like rise up. But animations wise, he's got the KPJ base with the Oscar Robertson upper. I think that's the best jump shot in the game, only on quick timing though, so that's kind of maybe the thing they update on T-Mac's invincible card, is they give him this exact jump shot but on very quick timing, and it'll make it a little bit faster. And maybe they also give him like the Trey fade, and I think he does need some better dribble sigs, because the T-Mac size up is good, but it's not crazy amazing like the Steve Francis, the Garland, the Kyle Lowry I think's even better. The Curry escape is cool. I'd much rather the Trey escape in my opinion, but I know a lot of people do like the Curry escape, and you can still move at a very high level with this T-Mac card. And then like I said, at the number 7 spot, I do have the dark matter Terry Dishinger. Very similar cards to a very similar card to T-Mac, because he does also have the KPJ base, but then instead of the Oscar upper, he's got the Carmelo Anthony upper, which is going to be a little bit quicker than the Oscar upper, but it's a little bit harder to time because it's faster. And then he's got the Steve Francis size up, which I think is a massive difference compared to the T-Mac size up, but all around both going to be top level dark matters in the game. I got T-Mac at number 8 and Terry Dishinger at number 7. Coming in at the number 6 spot, just barely missing out of the top 5, is going to be the dark matter Jokic. He's a 6'11" point guard, 7'3" wingspan. He's got amazing size at the point guard position, great defensive card, 92 block, 90 steal, 92 perimeter, 94 interior defense. He's got amazing all around Hall of Fame badges, having 40 in total, which is going to be extremely nice to have. Jump shot wise, they also gave him the Oscar upper, so he's got the best upper in the game. The Eric Pascal base is good. It's nothing crazy, but it's definitely a good base to have on very quick timing. He's also got the Curry size up, the wall escape, so going to be really good movement for a 6'11" point guard in Nikola Jokic. But at number 5, I do think the hero Ben Simmons is slightly better than Jokic, because of the fact that he's got a 91 3 ball and he's got tons of good Hall of Fame shooting badges like Agent 3, Amped, Catch and Shoot, Claymore, Corner Specialist, Deadeye, Green Machine, Guard Up, Limitless Range on a Ben Simmons card. Because other than shooting the 3 ball, we know on the Galaxy Opal even that he's such a good defender. He can rebound the ball. He's got great size. The only flaw with the card is that fact that his jump shot was a tad bit slow, so now it's going to be on very quick timing, and also the fact that he had a low 3-ball, only a 65, and he had no shooting badges in the game at all, but now he's got 10 Hall of Fame shooting badges and a 91 3-ball, so he can knock down threes, for a Ben Simmons card. He's also got the tray escape, which means he can move a lot better than on his Galaxy Opal card, being able to move and just create space, whether it's 3 hunting or whether it's just getting to the rim. Tray escape is going to be super helpful, and yeah, I think Ben Simmons is the best point guard in my team right now, and overall the 5th best dark matter in the game. At the number 4 spot, I do think Tim Thomas is slightly better because I think he's the best shooting guard in the game, not by a crazy margin, even over cards like Terry Dischinger and T-Mac. Like, for example, Terry Dischinger, T-Mac, for example, Tim Thomas is at number 4, and I said what? Terry's at 7, T-Mac is at 8. There's not a big difference at all between Tim Thomas and T-Mac and Terry Dischinger. You could really put those cards even over Tim Thomas if you wanted to. And I really don't think there's like that big of a difference in the cards. For me personally, it's because Tim Thomas is a little bit taller, being 6'10" with a 7'2" wingspan. I also think his player model is slightly better. And the main difference is he's got better dribble sigs than both those cards. Having this defensive size up, which yes, Terry does have, but then they both have the Curry escape. And I just personally like the Trey escape a lot more than the Curry. I feel like it's a lot better for 3 hunting and creating space and just dribbling in general. And then jump shot wise, I would definitely prefer Terry's release and T-Mac release, but if you can get used to this quicker jump shot with the LaMelo Ball base and the Trae Young upper, I do think the jump shot could be slightly better for 3 hunting and just getting your shots off a little bit quicker. So Tim Thomas, I think, is the 4th best dark matter in the game. At the number 3 spot, this is where we get to some of the best and just cheesy cards in my team. Gonna be the dark matter Bol Bol, a 7'2" small forward with a 7'7" wingspan. I mean, pretty much a perfect card in my team. I can't really think of anything that's a huge flaw with this card besides his jump shot maybe not being the best in the world. It's definitely a good jump shot. I still feel like you can green pretty consistently, but it's not going to be like an overpowered like KPJ base, Oscar upper type of jump shot, or like a Kuzma upper and like a Rudy Gay base. It's not going to be like an insanely overpowered glitchy jump shot, but then he's also got the Kyle Lowry size up. He's got the Trey escape, which means his movements are going to be some of the best in the game for a card that's 7'2" and can do everything on the court at such a high level that I do think he's the 3rd best dark matter in the game. Now for number 2 and number 1, I mean, it really just comes down to preference. I think both these guys are easily the 2 best dark matters and 2 best cards in the game. Number 2 for me, though, is going to be the dark matter hero Yao Ming, a 7'7" center card, 7'9" wingspan. And the man is just so overpowered, just as a card in general. Like, they gave him a 92 3-ball, and just like Ben Simmons, 10 Hall of Fame shooting badges. The only flaw you could say for the card is only having 82 speed, 82 acceleration, which is only a +2 compared to his Galaxy Opal card. But if you're going to get Hero Yao Ming, you probably have like a Don Nelson, or at least a, Monty Williams at bare minimum. But I would assume a lot of people do have, Don Nelson. So if you have Don Nelson, you can get his speed up to a 94, which I feel like is going to be perfectly fine. And then if you have Monty Williams, you can get it up to a 91 speed, which is going to be perfectly fine for a dark matter Yao Ming card that's just going to be unstoppable on the offensive end. And I also do like his jump shot. Now that it's on very quick timing, I think it's slightly easier to green and a little bit faster. But for me personally, I think the best dark matter and best card in the game currently is going to be the dark matter hero Manute Bol, because he's 7'7", but he can play power forward and he does have an 8'5" wingspan. I think he's just Taco Fall that can play power forward and center and has like a little bit higher of a 3-ball, 88, has Hall of Fame shooting badges, which is going to be insanely good to have. But once again, not the craziest speed on Manute Bol compared to what a lot of people were expecting. I was expecting like 85 to 88 speed on Manute Bol, and I thought Yao Ming was going to get like 90 speed, on his hero version. So I'm a little bit surprised that the speed's a little bit lower on some of these cards, but I think that's a little bit better in the long run. I mean, these cards they're still going to be the best cards in the game, but they're not going to be like super fast where they got like 99 speed with a coach and a shoe. But still, all around, I think Manute Bol, one of the glitchiest cards in my team history in general, just because he's 7'7" and can play the power forward position, 8'5" wingspan. I know he doesn't have the greatest jump shot in the world, but he's still going to be super overpowered, especially for the time of the year that he did drop. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my top 10 dark matters in the game? And like I said earlier, let me know how many dark matters do you guys currently have on your squad. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.